What's up YouTube, Capital G here, talking about the OTS Tournament packs that we're going to be getting March 18th. I believe that's next Friday. And if you guys don't know what OTS packs are, maybe you're new to the game or something like that. OTS packs are essentially packs you can only get at your local OTS stores. These are gotten through, winning tournaments or entering tournaments, etc., etc. They're packs that are exclusive to these stores, and Konami has been doing this for a while, like way back in the day. They used to have like the tournament packs, and they've done like the turbo packs and whatnot. They do this so that players continually go to these locals so that the locals can strive, because they want the locals to continue selling product as well. They want people to continue playing the game from a competitive standpoint. They don't just want everything to be, sales from department stores. They want locals to sell like the booster boxes and the blister packs, and well, not really blister packs, but the booster boxes, the tins, and the starter and structured decks, etc., etc. So anyways, we're going to be looking at the OTS Tournament Pack 1 and seeing exactly what's inside, because there were a lot of people who were really excited about this. I'm gonna say that Konami did a really good job with this pack. Mainly, there are 3 different rarities in this set. There's the ultimates, the supers, and the commons. For the most part, no one has ever historically cared about the commons. The commons are just like throwaway cards. You really don't care that much about them. There may be a couple of reprints that you want out of like 15 cards, but for the most part, the like commons aren't usually they're not hard to get cards. They don't really matter that much. The ultimates generally become like good chase cards. They become sometimes money cards. The supers, in my opinion, are generally where it's at. These are the cards that are not really that expensive, but they're cards that are highly sought, that people definitely want, because they're almost always rarity bumps. So it's like, wow, man, I get to get a super copy of Altair or something like that. So for the ultimates in OTS 1, we have Vanity's Fiend, Master of Darklaw, and Bountiful Artemis. I'm disappointed with these ultimate picks, because Vanity's Fiend, for starters, is already printed as an ultimate rare. This is in Cyberdark Impact. I felt like this one was completely unnecessary, even though, yes, the card has become a lot more popular now that we're going through this whole Tribute Summon Revolution with the new Monarch support and whatnot. But like, there's already an ultimate out there. They didn't need to print this as an ultimate. Could have been used on something else. Bountiful Artemis was just weird, because I believe its only other holo printing is as a super rare from like Dark Beginnings or Dark Revelations, one of those sets, either a super or an ultra, and that card has always been outrageously expensive. I'm talking like 40-50 bucks, and it was in a set where it was hard to get, and then once that set went out of print, they never like made it holo again. It's still not searchable, and honestly, even with the new support with like Ultimate Providence and Guiding Erodne, Counter Fairies are not doing anything, so I didn't really get that one either. Master of Darklaw, this one has made sense, because like heroes just, they're like popular, and they always will be. I'm convinced that heroes are like Black Wings. They'll always see some type of play, and heroes are actually still pretty decent. You know what I mean? Maybe they'll get Stratos back finally. And here's a picture of what Darklaw looks like. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of ultimate rares, but I'll just say this card looks fucking gorgeous as an ultimate rare, and I don't even like ultimate rares like that. It just, the way that the fire looks and stuff like that, it just looks really good. Now personally, before I go to the super rares, since we don't have ghost rares anymore in our booster packs, I kind of wish that Konami would have converted these ultimates into ghost rares, because, we don't get ghost rares in our booster packs anymore, because we get holos in every pack now. So the ghost rare is kind of like, I don't know, maybe it might be a lost art, but it would have been nice if they would have kept the spirit of the ghost rare alive. We still get ultimates in our booster packs, so I don't really get the big deal about ultimates. Now for the supers, we've got Performapal Skullcrobat Joker, we have Monkeyboard, Performapal Lizardraw, Typhoon, Droll and Lockbird, Performapal Guitartle, Dinoster, Power, the mighty Dracoslayer. We've got Imperial Iron Wall, and Infernoid Patrulea, and Anti-Spell Fragrance. So to me, these like supers are amazing. Literally every single card on here, except maybe Typhoon, is like is very relevant in this meta. There are still a lot of people that play Infernoids. I still mess around with Infernoids from time to time. So, Patrulea as a super rare, definitely something that a lot of players can look forward to. Anti-Spell, that card is like, I think every single version of that card is like $16, $17, $20 and up. You know what I mean? So it's usually a card where you have to spend about $21 a pop. So definitely like Anti-Spell getting reprinted. All of the Performapal stuff we know is relevant, because all of it sees play. Literally Monkeyboard, Lizardraw, like all of this stuff everybody's playing, because Draco Pals and whatnot. So all of that's amazing. Droll and Lockbird sees a little bit of side deck play. It's useful against the Monarch FTK. It's useful against Monarchs in general. It's even not that bad against like Draco Pals. Not as good as like full power Pepe, but it's still pretty good. Iron Wall siding against like Cosmos and whatnot. So I'm looking at these and I think that the supers are like amazing. The supers are why you're definitely going to want to get this. And then Dinoster, I didn't think that card should have been a rare to begin with. Like, it was weird to me that it wasn't an ultra or at least a super. To me, this looks like Konami is obviously seeing that Performapals are still extremely popular. Like, yo, let's just reprint all of them as like super rares, like all the good ones. I wouldn't be surprised if we see more Performapals down the line. Isn't Silverclaw like a common or like a rare or something like that? Like, he's probably gonna get a rarity bump. And then for the commons, we have Advanced Zone, Cyber Dragon Nova, Mage Power, Michael, the Arch-Lightsworn. We've got the White Stone of Legend, Zombie Warrior. I could not even tell you what the hell that card does. I didn't even know of that card's existence. Skull Servant, Beaver Warrior. Battle Warrior. I was like, what? Shout out to Asian Eyes. Battle Warrior, again, another card that I didn't know of. Mezuki, Summoning Curse, Monster Gate, Allure of Darkness, Flying Sea, Offerings to the Doom. Again, only about one or two of these is going to be like relevant. None of these cards are actually difficult to get. That's Flying Sea, again, not maxi or anything like this. So the commons are largely irrelevant. Maybe you probably might want to pick up some Dark Laws because, you know, a lot of hero players, you might run 2 or 3 copies, but the supers right here are what are amazing. The supers are, you know, some of the cards that are expensive, like anti-spell, that definitely just need to be reprinted. And then there's a lot of cards in here that we all run, you know, your Performapals, your Droll and Lockbird, your Dinoster, cards that a lot of people would want, but they don't want common versions of it. I think, Joker was probably a common because in that structure deck, like they had to use I'm pretty sure they had to use all the hollow on the odd eye shit. So I'm pretty sure Joker was like a common, even though he's the best card in the entire structure deck. So let me know what you guys think. I think the supers are amazing. I think the supers are enough to carry this whole set to be pretty good. And if for nothing else, I definitely got to pick up an anti-spell fragrance playset. Thank you guys for watching as always.